Now at this time, this is when COVID was going on. And I can tell you this much, wheels in COVID time were on 1 year to 2 year back order. Like I'm talking a minimum of 9 months to a year to get a set of wheels. I had 0 options for an LT1 21 Camaro. There were no wheels available by any company anywhere. I could not get HRE, I could not get Velgen, I could not get any wheels I wanted for that Camaro. Every wheel I found for that Camaro had to be built or they were out of stock. And I'm like, I'm just not willing to deal with this. Like I want the wheels now. I want to put them on my car. I want to drive it. It's summertime. I'm not waiting until wintertime to get my wheels. That's dumb. So I got on eBay. I don't buy a whole lot of stuff off eBay anymore, but really eBay is the only place you can buy used wheels for a particular car, unless you go to a marketplace, and those people are a bunch of scammers. So we got on eBay. I found a guy in South Carolina that was selling a set of Velgens, and he told me they were in good shape. They were for his ZL1, and he sold the car. I got them for a really good deal. I can't even remember. This is like 1,100 to 1,300 bucks. I got all 4 wheels, which to me, that was a pretty good deal for a set of Velgens at the time. Maybe it was 1,400 to 1,500. I can't remember because he had to ship them. And he shipped them to me. I got them. I ordered some tires off of Amazon. I'll put a link down below to the tires that I had ordered as well. So down there, I'll put the link on the size of the tire, on the wheels, everything that I bought. Now the wheels are available, so you can buy them. So I'll put a link to that as well. But I had to buy these used only because there were no wheels available at the time. So that's the only thing that sucks about when COVID was going on was you're not going to get anything. Everything's out of stock at the point where people go nuts.
Well, here's my brand new tires I just ordered. Waited over a week to get in.
I ordered a 305 3020, and this is what I get.
As if I'm gonna fit a fucking 22, or I own a 22, or I ordered a 22. They send me a freaking 22, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? So now I gotta pay to send them back. Now I gotta wait 2 weeks on a refund and go find some tires local, which is virtually impossible. So
this is my damn luck right here.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Last time with these ugly stock ass wheels. God, I hate them. So now we're gonna get our new wheels put on. Thank God. I hate these damn things.
So we put the wheels on the car after being lowered, and man, I absolutely loved the way they looked. Like, it looked super clean. In fact, I wish I could get those wheels for every car I own because they just look super clean. I like 5-spoke wheels, and I like concave wheels that kind of like concave in and out. So I loved the way that those wheels looked on the car. Now, the only problem was we were getting ready for Streetcar Takeover here in Indiana. And if anybody knows anything about Streetcar Takeover, especially the past few years, we have been doing some extremely large night meets. And when I say this year was the year to be there, I mean, I've never seen, we filled up like 3 or 4 parking lots, including Lowe's and other parking lots. Like, we filled it up so big, we had to have a megaphone to scream at everybody, to tell everybody. We had to go out in so many big groups. Well, we wanted to have a car that we could at least keep up to film, or at least keep up with. I mean, I know a stock LT1 Camaro nowadays isn't fast, But back then, we wanted something that we could keep up with and at least just be able to keep up with some decent cars. So we tried to buy a drag pack, and let me tell you, that was not a tremendous amount of fun. We bought race stars because that was the only thing that was in stock that people had for that bolt pattern at the time, because the lug configuration on the Camaros is a little bit different than other cars because they're a different thread pitch than they are on different cars. So when I ordered them, they had those in stock. I'm like, well, it's my only option, let's get them. And when we ordered them, they forgot to order my lug nuts. And for some weird reason, with Raystar, you have to have their lug nuts. They won't work with any other lug nuts. So basically I got a drag pack with wheels and tires, and I got kind of hosed to where we had to run on street tires the whole time for SET, which in all honesty, I will say the drag pack probably would have helped a little bit, but we never did digs. We never did anything low. I think the lowest we ever did was maybe 50 mile an hour. And with that car being stock, I mean, even with the 10 speed, it really just didn't even need anything more than a street tire. So we just ran on street tires, and you know, a couple times it kind of got a little squirrely a couple times, but nothing huge or bad. But I did learn a lot about race stars from doing that you definitely, if you want to purchase race stars for a drag pack, make sure that you order the Raystar lug nuts, because they are one of the only companies that you have to use the lug nuts with the particular wheels. You have to. Luckily, I got on Facebook Marketplace, I'm pretty sure that's where it was, and a gentleman, I thought his name was Travis, I have to remember that, man, it's been so long. He had a set of VMS wheels off his CTS-V, and he was selling them for a pretty good price, barely used, already had tires, and I'm like, man. So a guy named Christian was a super awesome, nice guy, was nice enough to let me use his tires on another set of rims that we had so that I could have tires to be able to put onto my wheels. And he was nice enough to do that for me, which I really want to give him a huge shout out. I mean, he didn't even know me, man, let me borrow those tires. That was freaking awesome of him to do that. So that was really nice of him to be able to do that. So I went and drove all the way almost to Ohio, because it's clear over past like by Richmond or something like that, and went and got these VMS wheels. And I'll show you some videos and pictures of them, but the wheels looked amazing. Like, I love the way those wheels look, but I didn't know anything about VMS. So once I showed them to people were like, VMS are cheap and junk and you don't want to buy those. And I'm like, I don't understand, they look amazing. So to me, the wheels looked great. Performance, didn't notice a difference with them, but I guess they're not as lightweight as Weld or their lightweight series. So I'm not quite sure. I never did a comparison of Weld versus those, or the weight difference or any of that stuff. So all I gotta say is, I love the way the VMSs looked. I love the way they performed. I never had any issues with the wheels, not once. I absolutely would recommend getting the VMSs over and over again, unless you're a guy that runs 7-8 second quarter miles and you're looking for something that's the absolute best wheel in the world, that's a full bead lock, whatever. But with that being said, the VMSs looked amazing. He did me a great service by selling me those for cheap. Great guy. He had some fast trucks, some fast diesel trucks, had a CTS-V. I think he had a Corvette in there. He had some amazing cars I've never even seen on the streets. I guess a lot of these guys, man, they just don't come out very much. So it was really cool to meet him and get to see some new faces and some new vehicles that I had never even been seen before.